Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss discounting mechanism. This concept is very important concept in order to understand how market behaves, how price move in relation with information. This concept is very important in order to reduce losses. If you are a newcomer, if you have very little experience in the market, this concept is very important to avoid losses. And when you become experienced, you can use this concept in order to create very good opportunity for yourself also. But it requires experience majorly, because this concept will tell you how markets preempt any information. Now let's understand. Okay, let's take a case of any newcomer or person with a little experience in the market. So what we do at the start, we do not have any knowledge about fundamental, technical, or anything. So we depends on, let's say, tips. We depends on some kind of news. What we do, we read news. We open newspaper and we read news. So let's say news is uh, Hindustan Aeronautics has got 50,000 crores of contract, or any company ABC has got a multi-billion dollar contract. What we do as a newcomer, we are like, oh, this is a good news, let's buy. We buy that stock, and to our surprise, we make loss in that stock. And we are like, ye kaise ho gaya? We are like, how can this happen? Answer lies in discounting mechanism. So let's discuss one example. I'll share a screen with you. India GDP grows at 8.2% in 2018-19. This news came on August 31st, 2018. Now, we all know this is a positive news. You are new to the market. You have seen GDP number at 8.2. India is doing good. India is doing great. Okay, India is going to become a superpower. Let's buy Indian stocks. So August 31st, 2018, let's have a look at what was the situation on that day. August 31st, 2018, which is that day. Let's find out. August 31st, 18. Have a look at this. This is August 31st, 2018. If you look closely, stock market went from, what is this rate? Let's check out. Stock market went from 9,900 near top at 11,700. There was a news that Indian GDP grows by 8.2%, highest in last 5 years. Okay, this is August 31st. You bought the stock over here. Next day, stock market gapped up. You are happy. And from that day, that gap up was the final price for multiple months. This was the top price for the multiple month. On that day, stock market closed at 11,580. Remember, you are at 11,680 something. You are 100 point down. And then for next so many months, okay, till October, or rather till October 30th, August, September, October, for 3 months, stock market was in a downtrend. From 11,700, stock market hit 10,000 rupees price. I know you will not make this much big loss. My point is, just after the biggest news in 5 years, stock market started its downtrend, not uptrend, and because of which you have made loss. This is due to discounting mechanism. So what is this discounting mechanism? Human beings or the market participants, they preempt the news and they take action. So the sophisticated players or any player who had sophisticated information or analysis, they preempt the news. That means those big fundamental analysts, those fund managers, they are tracking your economy, they are tracking everything, they are tracking industries, and they found out that this time GDP is going to be good. So they will not buy after the news. They once they get this analysis, they will start buying much before. Due to that buying, and after that, due to that following of all the traders, market will go up before the news itself because everybody is anticipating that market is or the economy is going to give good number. So they will not buy over here. This is for newcomers. They will preempt. And because of this, stock market will go up. Now, on the news day, let's say based on their analysis, GDP, according to their analysis, GDP should give 8% ka growth rate. On that day, number comes out to be 8%. What they will do, they will book their profit. So those who have bought in this rally, they will book the profit now because it is as per their expectation and for them it's done. Now, if it is above, let's say 9%, 10%, then you may have seen some kind of uptrend because now even these guys are surprised कि अरे ये तो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. Okay, and if it is less than 8%, then it will be, this fall will be even deeper. Getting my point? This is the deeper fall I'm talking about in general case. My point being, we human being discount information early. Now let me give you example. Even if you haven't understood this, let me give you simple example. Okay, tell me, guys, let's say your friend is working in the account department of Tata Motor. Okay. Now, Tata Motor result is due. In 1 month, Tata Motor result is going to come in. Since this guy is working in the accounts department, he knows the number. Now he knows that result is going to be good. Just 15 days or 10 days before, he knows that result is going to be good, and he is your best friend. He has shared that information with you. So will you wait for result day to buy Tata Motor, or will you buy on the next day once you get the news? You will buy on the next day itself, or if possible on that day itself, because you know result is going to be good, price is going to go up. You will not wait for result day. That means you are preempting, you are anticipating, and in that anticipation, you have bought the stock. And that buying of yours helps stock to go up slight a bit, helps stocks to go up. You are providing demand. You are not alone. If information is reaching you at your home, think about company insiders. Now, insider trading is bad. All of that thing I know, but still, we all know people buy in their relatives, friends, XYZ accounts. So, those who are related to Tata Motors, okay, some of them they will try to buy. Some of them who knows the result early, they will buy. There is a demand, and due to this, all the demand before the news, before the actual news, in anticipation, price will move up. And on the news day, they will book their profit. Okay, that means these guys, the biggies are selling, and whereas the newcomer is reading the news, watching the news, and he is buying. He or she will make loss definitely in this case. This is not Tata Motor. This is related to GDP. Same thing happened with GDP, but in much higher level, correct? Much sophisticated level. Here, the analysts, the fund managers, they have done the sophisticated study. They are anticipating GDP is going to be good. Hence, they are buying the index, they are buying the stocks, and due to which there is a demand. Nifty gone up dramatically, and on the result day, on the GDP announcement day, it made top, and from that day onwards, it went to from 11,700 to 10,000. This is what discounting mechanism is, and this is not in the market only. This discounting mechanism you can see everywhere, even normal daily events also. Let's say you have not, this is not possible in corona, but let's say there is no corona, okay, and you are, and with your friends you have planned Goa trip after 1 month. Just observe your thought process. Every day you will think about Goa, every day you will do something related to Goa, correct? You will see videos, you will prepare, you will buy something for that trip. What are you doing? You are anticipating and acting. Getting my point? Let me give you a second example. Once there is a possibility of lockdown in your area, right now there is no announcement from government body, but even if there is a chatter of lockdown, what we do, we straight away go to our shops and we accumulate things, correct? Why? Because we are anticipating lockdown and we are preparing. Same thing in the stock market. In anticipation of news, market participants, traders, investors, they react. That means they buy or sell. There is a demand and supply, and because of which, in anticipation, you see price movement much before the actual event. And on the day of actual event, most of the time you see opposite direction price movement. If news is good, you will see downfall. If news is bad, you will see uptrend. Now, this is not 100% of the time, but most of the time you will find it in this manner. Okay. I have discussed the other aspect also. If news is too good than their anticipation. Okay. So let's discuss that again. If let's say this is 8%, correct? If their anticipation was 8%, they will sell away, they will book profit. If GDP is 10%, that means this 10%, the numbers have surprised even the analyst also. So what will happen? Then at that time, there will be some kind of uptrend, because now these guys are also surprised by the big number. Yes or no? And then in that case, move will be in the direction of that news. And worst case scenario, if news is below expectation, that means these guys are expecting 8%, but news is at 7%, then this fall will be sharper. Okay, I have already discussed this in between the session, in this session itself. So yeah, this is your discounting mechanism, guys. This is your discounting mechanism. Let me give you one final and very good example of discounting mechanism, and you will understand everything. Okay, when there was a chatter and when there was a start of this panic of this coronavirus and related events and possible actions by government, our stock market went from 12,000 to 7,500. On this day, that means on 24th March in the evening, government, central government announced nationwide lockdown, and they announced 21 days lockdown. And guys, believe me, that means this is the actual news. Here everyone was speculating कि for how many days lockdown will be there, what will be the implication, what can be the loss. In all these things we were anticipating. When there was actual news on 24th of March, guys, this was our bottom. And from that point onwards, we haven't even touched the bottom. Rather, from 7,500, we are at 14,800 at this point. We made high of 15,400 something. So this is the best example of discounting mechanism. That's it from my side, guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next.